Hello everyone, this is Lecture 8, Citizen Involvement. Citizen involvement or participation is the most distinctive feature of public management, since it is a democratic perspective. If you are in business administration, you don't need to think about what roles of citizens in government are, or how managers can involve citizens in decision making. So I believe this is the most interesting part of public management. I hope you will enjoy this lecture. The idea of citizen involvement in public administration is not really long, while citizens have been participated in government mainly by voting. So let's see why the idea of citizen participation emerged in recent years in academia. First, traditional public administration such as William Wilson, Max Weber, Luther Gulick emphasized the importance of neutral competence because their main concern was political conflict and corruption inside government. In other words, they expected public officials to be experts of implementing public services without any involvement in democratic process. Basically, traditional public administration supports centralized bureaucracy, top-down management which places public officials in political control. In the late 80s and 90s, the wave of new public management swept all over the world. It emerged as a counter against inefficient traditional public administration. To improve inefficient bureaucracy, such as our responsiveness to citizens' demand, new public management attempted to apply skills of business to the public sector. It's definitely affected by neoclassic economics, public choice theory, which assumes that all human behavior is dominated by self-interest. In new public management, the main goal of public service is to satisfy citizens' self-interest or demand. Further, using market mechanism in public service provision, public managers are argued to steer their organizations instead of just rowing. In other words, under market pressure, public managers are encouraged to find new and innovative ways to achieve performance goals. Please note that performance management we learned in the previous lecture can be seen as a subfield of new public management. These management practices based on public choice theories are still powerful. Actually, public choice theorists such as James Buchanan and Elinor Ostrom received the Nobel Prize of Economics. Many schools of public administration changed their focus to public policy, which comes from economics, including Kennedy School at Harvard University. But we are different from them, so we'll see why in the next slide. As a counter against new public management, scholars of public administration proposed citizen-centered public administration, then called New Public Service. It's based on a series of democratic citizenship. The main distinction between new public management and new public service is its assumption about human behavior. New public service expects citizens to look beyond self-interest to the larger public interest, adapting a broader and long-term perspective that requires a knowledge of public affairs. In new public service, public managers are expected to play more important roles than traditional public administration and new public management expect. For instance, public managers are urged to serve public organizations and citizens rather than just steering their organizations. They may help some citizens understand public issues and further encourage them to participate in government decision-making. Also, the goal of new public service is not to satisfy individual self-interest, rather it aims to increase the public interest as a whole. Overall, new public service emphasizes the importance of collective or collaborative management with citizens. Unlike the contrast between traditional public administration and new public management, it does not completely reject notions of new public management. New public service attempts to integrate political and economic perspectives and build a new management style which focuses more on democratic accountability. So we run the historical process about why citizen participation became important in public administration, and focus more on the relationship between citizens and government in each management theory from this slide. First, new public management based on public choice theories views citizens as customers of government service. It expects citizens to make self-interested purchase decisions about public services, and first provide feedback to public managers regarding perceived quality and satisfaction with service delivery. Based on such feedback from citizen customers, public managers are expected to improve public service quality. This model, based on market mechanism, is called customer model. In this model, citizens are not really involved in government decision making. Rather, as self-interested customers, they will passively react and respond to public service quality. This model requires government to direct the relationship with citizens as a service provider. Specifically, government tries to get citizen customer information and first improve operational and production efficiency by themselves. On one hand, new public service based on theories of democratic citizenship views citizens as owners of the government. Compared with customer model, this model, called owner model, expects much more important roles of citizens in government. The model expects citizen owners to measure, monitor, report, supervise public employees to ensure that they effectively accomplish and fulfill their responsibilities. Unlike customer model, citizen owners will direct the relationship between citizens and government. For instance, citizen owners will set the goal of public agencies, and public managers will be responsible for achieving these goals set by citizen owners. In this vein, we might be able to see citizen owner model as centralized and hierarchical structured process. But I don't think it's non-democratic. Course reading identifies Professor Hindi Shakhter at NJIT as an advocate of citizen owner model. Actually, she's one of my advisors. She just wanted to propose a citizen-centered administration rather than non-democratic administration. So in this point, I'm totally against the course reading. Anyway, we've covered two citizen models from New Public Management and New Public Service. In the next video, we'll run a new model which exists between citizen customer model and citizen owner model. See you there.